4 rounds came and went, and now we move on to round 5 in Argentina. So I'm on 40 points, almost double the points of second placed Carlos Sainz, and Tommy Mäkinen is third with 17 points, Richard Burns 4th, Freddie Loix in 5th, and Francois Delacour currently holds 6th position, and my 11 drivers so far have scored points. Let's now move on to round 5. So Hyundai is still at the top of the standings with 42 points, Ford is second, and Mitsubishi is third. And the other 4 manufacturers, they are not even close. Okay, let's move on to Argentina.
The WRC now crosses the Atlantic to another Spanish-speaking country. Argentina offers almost every kind of terrain a competitor can face, from the vast dusty wilderness to mountain roads that snake up into the clouds. It takes a special kind of person to survive out on the open pampas, and it will take a certain kind of driver to do the same in the Rally of Argentina.
So it is now time for Argentina, and where stage 1 is called Tanti. So dry weather, we are driving on gravel, and the distance is 4.4 kilometers. And I think the setup should be fine. I'll keep everything as it is, because I don't know setup tweaks. And let's go for stage 1 of 5 in Rally Argentina. And then after this we should have just 9 rounds to go. I should also mention it's been a week since I last recorded this. But I'm here again now, and I am ready to try and get through at least the next 3 rallies if possible. So, here we go with Argentina.
2, 1, go!
And immediately upshifting into second gear. Probably didn't need to do that, but either way I did.
50, left 2. 50, over crest, into left 3.
And in all honesty, I'd say we're doing okay for now, as I'm already 3.6 seconds clear of Tommy Mäkinen here in stage 1. Of course, I'm pretty sure that gap is going to decrease, and I have just hit the tape. And the gap is now 1.4 seconds, damn it, and I'm on my side. Oh well. Hopefully I still have some time to get through this. And now I am 3 seconds back. Well, almost 4 seconds back to be more specific, but I will try my hardest to get back up to the front. And now I am losing even more time, as I have dropped to 4.3 seconds back as a result of me going on my side. Oh well. I should be able to make up that gap in the next few stages, and I've dropped even further back. Ouch. Okay, well, looks like I'm gonna have to make a little tweak with the transmission whilst I'm at it. And now, moving on before I get caught for copyright claims. And as ever, I put in my first name for the stage time. Okay. So one stage is down and it did not go very well, unfortunately. Well, at least I can say my teammate finished inside the top 4. Where the hell did Carlos finish? Oh, he finished P7. Okay. So Tommy Mäkinen wins stage 1, Richard Burns 2nd, myself in 3rd, Kenneth Eriksson 4th, Didier Auriol 5th, and it was Colin McRae who finished in P6. There is P7 to P12, P13 to P18, and there is the bottom 3. And Marcus Gronholm, of all the people in the world, wound up being in the bottom 3. That does not happen very often. Anyway, those are your times after stage 1. And these are your current rally standings. Now on to stage 2. And by this time, I'm gonna switch my gear ratio to medium. Because I'm convinced in saying that the main reason I lost so much time in that first stage is because I lacked top speed. And well, I figured I might as well give myself a little more, because it's obvious to say that if I'm down on speed, then it does hurt me in the long haul. Anyway, I've got a more or less 5-second gap to make up. I'm pretty sure I will no doubt do that. Because, well, we're not on the professional difficulty yet, and winning rallies, I don't think they're going to be too hard to come by at the moment. And now it is raining. Oh well, let's see how we go.
1, go! 50, left 4.
So hopefully my increase in speed will manage to help me gain some time back.
50, left
So here we
4.
go. In the mountains of Argentina, here we go.
Right 3.
And I've also noticed there is a lot of fog up here. And I'm already 2.5 seconds back, so things at the moment are clearly not going well. So I think it's fair to say at this time I've definitely missed the setup somehow. And now I am 3.5 seconds back from Tommy. Which means I have obviously missed it somewhere. And my throat is falling away from me, I don't know why. Well, at least I've actually gained a little time back again.
100 left 2.
Okay. Now let's try and see if I can make up for the last time.
50 left 1 into right 2.
Okay.
50 over crest.
And now I actually take the lead in the rally
Into
by 1.4 seconds over Tommy.
left 2. Over crest.
So I think it's fair to say my gear ratio tweak has no doubt helped me to gain some time.
And finish.
And I wound up being 3.3 seconds ahead in the end. So, needless to say, that little tweak I made with the transmission, it definitely helped me gain some time back. Anyway, that was stage 2 of Rally Argentina. Just having a sip of water, and now here we go. On to stage 3. So, I win stage 2 by 3.3 seconds over Tommy, Richard Burns 3rd, Carlos Sainz in 4th, Freddie Loix 5th, and Colin McRae finished in 6th. What the hell happened to Richard in that stage? Where did he finish? Oh, never mind, he's still in the top 3. Anyway, there's your top 6. P7 to P12. There's my teammate, Kenneth Eriksson, just outside the points. Then we got P13 to P18, featuring all 3 Citroens. And this time it was Harry Rovanpera who finished at the bottom. So 1.6 seconds is the gap to Tommy. Richard Burns still 3rd. Carlos now moves up to 4th. Kenneth Eriksson drops down to 5th. And Colin holds on to P6. There's P7 to P12. P13 to P18. And Harry Rovanpera currently has the bottom spot. That's gonna suck for Peugeot. Anyway, on now to El Condor. And going with the medium gears again because they helped me gain time so well last time. I figured it was advisable for me to do the same again, because the medium gears have helped me so well up to this point. Anyway, time now for stage 3. And we'll see how we do. Just having another sip of water, and so, here we go.
Go! Right 2, over crest. Into right 3.
And so we begin
Long left 4.
our march towards
50, right 3.
catching Tommy Mäkinen
50,
in the
left 5.
lead Mitsubishi.
50, right 5. 100, right 3. Into
And
left 3.
now I am nearly 3 seconds clear of
50,
Tommy.
Right 3, caution, over crest. Into left 4.
And I can definitely say the Mitsubishis are currently running well,
50, left 4.
with both Tommy and Freddie,
And long right 3.
because believe it or not,
100,
Freddie is actually running inside the top 4. And in spite of me clipping the fence a few times,
50, right 3.
I did manage to somehow gain
100,
time.
Right 3. Into left 3. 100, caution, over jump.
But
50, caution, jump.
here we go, and heading over some bumps and almost losing control of the car, but able to keep it under control. And now my teammate is running good in the second Hyundai.
Into very long left 4. 50, long
So
right 3.
I think it's fair to say we're definitely doing well at the moment.
Left 3.
Anyway,
50, right 3.
we move onwards. And the gap is now 6.5 seconds to Tommy, so it's fair to say that I've now got this Hyundai basically tweaked to everything it needs to be tweaked to, believe it or not. And across the line, 3.5 seconds in the end, and Didier Auriol wound up finishing P4 in the Peugeot. Nice. Anyway, that was stage 3, and Now we get to look at the finishing times. So, let's see how the order stacks up after 3 stages. Yeah, P1 baby! I'm also pretty sure that now moves me up to the lead. So Tommy Mackinnon 2nd, Richard Burns 3rd, Didier Auriol in 5th, then we had... Sorry, let me start over. I win the rally by 3.5 seconds over Tommy, Richard Burns 4th, Didier Auriol 4th, Kenneth Eriksson 5th, and Carlos Sainz completes the top 6. So then, Colin finished in P7, Petter Solberg P8, then we had Marcus Gronholm in P9, and Francois Delacour in P10. There's P11 to P16, and P17 to P21, rounded off this time by Gilles Panizzi. So 2 Peugeot drivers not doing too bad at the moment, whereas the other 2 Peugeot drivers are doing pretty dismally, in all honesty. There's definitely some inconsistency involved there at the moment. So these are the standings now after 3 stages. A 1.95 second lead over Tommy Mackinnon, Richard Burns 3rd. Kenneth Eriksson now moves up to 4th, with Carlos Sainz in 5th and Didier Auriol in P6. And Colin is just on the cusp of the points. So there is P7 to P12, rounded off by Bugalski in the Citroën, P13 to P18, and there's P19 to P21, rounded off by the other 2 Peugeots. Now we move on to San Marcos Sierra, also known as Stage 4. So medium gears again, and let's go. Because the medium gears are benefiting me so well when it comes to the gravel rallies, or so it would seem. So, 2 stages to go in Rally Argentina. Can we hold on to score another win? Even though I technically did score a clutch win in Portugal. But, nonetheless, I still won Portugal.
3,
So here we go.
2, 1, go!
And so we begin with
50, right 3.
Stage 4
Hairpin left.
of Rally Argentina.
50, over crest.
And we are still very much in the mountains of
50,
Argentina.
hairpin left.
And we have got some hairpins here, as we are basically screaming through the mountain high.
Long right 4.
Which, by the way, yes, if you're familiar with that line from a song somewhere, it technically is a reference to an Initial D song.
50, left 5.
More specifically, the song is called Strike On,
50, right
which, by the way, I should also mention, is a great song.
3.
If you search up Strike On by Move, I gotta say,
Right 3.
the song itself, from me personally,
50,
it's
long
really
right
fucking
4,
good,
open.
and I definitely recommend you listen to it. And Didier Auriol is inside the top 4. But either way, the top 4 is still led by me, as I now have 2 seconds ahead of Tommy Mackinnon. And Richard Burns is currently in 3rd.
100, long left 2.
And so
50,
we continue.
over crest.
And this time I'm now just half a second up on Tommy Mackinnon.
50,
And hey, my teammate is inside the top 4, which actually shows some pretty promising signs. And I wound up winning in the end by 5.2 seconds over Tommy. So I think it's fair to say that unless something catastrophically wrong happens in the last stage, I think I'm going to win this pretty easily from what I can see. So that was stage 4, and hey, I set the best overall time. Nice. And let's now move on. So, I win yet again in stage 4. Tommy Mäkinen second, Richard Burns third, Kenneth Eriksson, my teammate, finishes inside the top 4, Didier Auriol 5th, and it was Colin McRae who finished in P6, ahead of Francois Delacour and Freddie Loy. Carlos Sainz came home in P9 and Petter Solberg P10 in the Subaru. Then we've got P11 to P16, and then we have the very back, rounded off by Toshihiro Arai in the Subaru. Alrighty, so my teammate now moves up to P4, Didier Auriol is P5, and Colin McRae is now in P6. Just 2 seconds clear of Carlos. And that's going to further increase my championship lead. So there's P7 to P12, P13 to P18, and the bottom 3, rounded off by Harry Rovanpera, and it looks like he's probably going to stay there. Now we move on to the final stage. Kuro Bracero. I hope I said that right. Anyway, let's move on. And medium gears as always. Time now for the final stage of Rally Argentina. And providing nothing goes catastrophically wrong in the end, this should pretty much be 5 wins in a row the way I see it. I don't believe I'm going to lose the lead here, from what I know. As long as nothing catastrophic happens, I think we should be fine. We should very much be Gucci for the end of this one. Alrighty.
3, 2,
Just having another sip of water, and I could not get the car moving. And for whatever reason,
50,
it basically rolled backwards.
50, hand it back.
But as ever, we will wait and see.
Left 2,
So we've got through 2 hairpin turns to open up the final stage,
left 3,
and now we are inside 2 fences, or briefly 2 fences, and already I am 2 seconds behind Tommy. So
over crest,
I think I was, 7 seconds ahead heading into the stage. So I think I should be fine as long as I hold on. As long as I don't lose 6 or 7 seconds in the end,
50, right 2,
I think I should be fine.
50, right 3,
In terms of rally results from what I can see.
100, left 2, tightens,
And now I am just right behind Tommy.
left 4, open,
So just got to keep the car on the road and then I think we should be fine.
100, right 4.
So doing okay for now. And up the hill once again. And into the rocks we go. And I have now clipped the outside wall. And now we are heading towards a hairpin turn, and now I'm just a second behind Tommy. So I think it's fair to say at this time I am managing to at least mitigate the damage. I may be losing just a little bit of time at the moment, but I'm not losing enough time for me to lose the rally. And that is the important thing.
50, right 3.
Although I would imagine this is going to be a close one
50, over crest.
in terms of intervals, regardless of which way you splice it.
100, left 4.
And now I am only just ahead of Tommy.
2, right 4.
So providing nothing goes wrong here,
Right 3.
I should pretty much be home free for the rest of this one.
50, right 4.
So got a few corners to go now.
Into left 4.
I have not lost too much time yet.
50, left 2.
Okay, probably coasted a little bit too much there, but... and that's a wall.
Into right 2.
But I don't think it's going to be enough for me to lose the rally, from what I know.
And finish.
And there we go. Okay, 4.3 seconds. I don't think that's going to be enough for me to lose the rally, because I did have, I think, either a 7 or a 10-second lead heading into the last stage. I don't know for sure, but we'll wait and see what happens. So, we'll wait and see what the results are. And yep, we have won the rally still. Still, I gotta say, that was a pretty close one. Not quite as close as Portugal, but definitely a close one. Yep, we came first. Congratulations, you came first. You have unlocked Cyprus, single rally. Cyprus, time trials. Cool, now I'm going to save the replay. Because I have to. So, saving replay, and this one is now episode 5. And so there we go. Alrighty, that is done. And I might as well save the game as well whilst I'm at it, just to be sure of my next saved profile. I might also consider just doing numbers afterwards. But anyway, there we go. We have now saved the game. And now, let's get a look at our results. So Tommy wins the stage, myself in second, Richard Burns third, Kenneth Eriksson 4th, Carlos Sainz in 5th, and Didier Auriol in P6. So Colin McRae just finishes outside the points, ahead of his teammate Francois, then Freddie was 9th, Petter Solberg 10th, followed by Jesus, Puras, and Thomas Radstrom in P12. Then we got P13 to P18, and Piero Liatti finished higher than I thought he was going to finish. Then we had 3 Peugeots in the bottom 6. Good God. And then we had 2 Subarus and Philippe Bugalski between the 2 of them. So these are the final results. Oh, it was a 7-second gap, I think it was. So I win by 2.8 seconds in the end over Tommy. So Not quite as close as Portugal, but still pretty close nonetheless, in terms of intervals. Then it was Richard Burns 3rd, my teammate Kenneth Eriksson 4th, Didier Auriol 5th, and Carlos Sainz in 6th. So Colin just finishes outside the points. Then we had Freddie Loix 8, Francois Delacour finishing 9th, and Petter Solberg finishing 10th. And Armin Schwartz just finished outside the top 10. Well, he was outside the top 10 by a long way, but you get the idea. So P11 to P16 and P17 to P21, rounded off by Harry Rovanperä, Toshihiro Arai and Marco Martin. Those are the final results for Rally Argentina. So, yeah, I win again. Okay, whatever. And Tommi Mäkinen now ties for second with Carlos, as a result of Carlos finishing P6 in that round. And that now increases my championship lead up to 27 points. And Kenneth Eriksson gets another 3 points on the board, moving him up to joint 7th with Didier. And no other drivers have scored points yet. Oh well, anyway. And now for the constructors' standings. 55 points to Hyundai, 28 to Mitsubishi, 27 to Ford, 12 points to Subaru. Skoda and Peugeot are still tied at 4, and Citroën still has 0 points. Let's now move on to Cyprus.